Matt Stetar's story, the man behind Diesel Creek, begins in a place that looks almost opposite to where he ended up. Before the rust, the heavy iron, and the endless turning of wrenches, he lived in a structured, comfortable environment shaped by family stability and a predictable career path waiting in the background. His father's success in the office supply business created a life where financial pressure was never the driving force, and a traditional professional future was assumed rather than questioned. Yet even in that stable environment, Matt felt out of place. He wasn't drawn to offices, paperwork, or theoretical learning. Instead, he gravitated toward anything mechanical, anything physical, anything that required hands covered in grease rather than fingers on a keyboard. That internal pull toward machinery wasn't a phase, it was persistent. While others around him followed expected academic or corporate routes, he quietly drifted toward tools, engines, and anything that could be taken apart and understood. It wasn't rebellion so much as alignment with something deeper. He didn't want convenience, he wanted engagement with the physical world. That difference would later define everything about his career shift, even though at the time it simply looked like curiosity. What nobody expected was that this discomfort with comfort would become the foundation of a completely different life, one built not on inherited stability but on self-made struggle, discovery, and machines most people would consider beyond saving. Education, welding, and the first break from expectations. When Matt finished high school, he made a decision that quietly marked the first real break from the path his background suggested. Instead of entering a traditional four-year university, he chose a local community college known for its welding and hands-on technical programs. It was a practical decision, but also a revealing one. While others pursued academic degrees, Matt pursued skill, something tangible he could see and use. The welding program gave him exactly what he had always wanted: real tools, real materials, and real outcomes that didn't exist only on paper. The environment suited him immediately. Instead of lectures and abstract theories, he was surrounded by steel, sparks, and fabrication projects that demanded precision and patience. He developed a reputation for quickly understanding how things fit together, how metal responded under heat, and how structural systems behaved under pressure. It wasn't just learning, it was instinct being refined through repetition. This period didn't just teach him a trade, it confirmed something important. He didn't just enjoy working with machines, he understood them in a way that felt natural. From there, he moved into early employment in construction and landscaping, where he first encountered heavy equipment. Operating machinery like loaders and excavators changed everything. For the first time, he wasn't just fixing or welding, he was controlling scale, power, and movement. That experience planted the seed that would later grow into Diesel Creek, even though at the time, it was just another job in a long sequence of learning experiences. Early jobs and the slow discovery of heavy equipment. Matt's early career wasn't a straight line. It was a series of transitions that each added another layer to his understanding of machinery. After construction and landscaping, where he first operated heavy equipment, he moved into roles that exposed him to different mechanical environments. Each job seemed temporary on its own, but together they formed a broad technical foundation. He worked around machines in different states of repair, learning not just how to operate them, but how they failed, how they aged, and how they could be brought back to life. At one point, he joined a machine shop where fabrication and repair became part of his daily routine. This was where his natural ability truly surfaced. He began recognizing mechanical problems quickly, sometimes before full disassembly was even needed. People around him noticed that he had an unusual instinct for diagnosing issues in large, complex systems. It wasn't magic. It was pattern recognition built through constant exposure, but it looked like intuition from the outside. He eventually moved into industrial environments, including transformer manufacturing and union work on infrastructure projects. Each step expanded his understanding of scale and engineering. But beneath all of it, a consistent theme emerged. He was most engaged when something was broken. Not working machines, but failed ones. That attraction to mechanical failure would eventually define his entire online identity, even though at the time, it simply looked like job-hopping experience. The first camera and the beginning of Diesel Creek. Before Diesel Creek became a recognized name, it started in the simplest possible way: curiosity and a camera. Matt initially recorded videos of recreational activities, including off-road vehicles and dirt bikes, not with any intention of building a brand, but as a personal archive. Over time, however, his focus shifted from recreation to machinery. The real turning point came when he began filming work-related experiences, small repairs, interesting equipment, and mechanical processes that stood out during his day-to-day jobs. At first, these videos were casual and unstructured. They weren't designed for an audience, they were documentation. But something unexpected happened when he started uploading them. People began to watch, not just casually, but with sustained interest. Viewers were drawn to the authenticity of the content. No scripting, no polish. Just real machines being worked on by someone who clearly understood them. This early growth was slow, but meaningful. It showed that there was an audience for industrial restoration and mechanical storytelling. When he eventually lost or stepped away from stable employment, the channel became more than a hobby. It became an opportunity. Instead of returning to traditional work immediately, he invested more time into filming, editing, and developing a consistent style. Diesel Creek was no longer just recordings, it was becoming a narrative of machines being rescued from abandonment. The break that changed everything. The real turning point in Matt's journey wasn't a success, it was a setback. When his union job ended unexpectedly, he found himself at a crossroads. For most people, that moment would represent instability and uncertainty. For Matt, it became a reset point. Instead of treating it as failure, he treated it as opportunity. Suddenly, he had something he had never had before: time. That time allowed him to fully commit to Diesel Creek. He began taking freelance work to sustain himself financially, but the focus of his energy shifted toward content creation. Videos became more detailed, projects became larger, and the storytelling aspect of his channel started to take shape. The difference was noticeable. What once looked like casual documentation began to feel intentional, structured, and increasingly compelling. This period also marked a shift in identity. Matt was no longer just someone working around machines, he was becoming someone who preserved them, documented them, and explained them. The audience grew because the content was no longer just about equipment, it was about persistence, problem-solving, and transformation. What started as a setback in employment ended up being the catalyst that defined his entire public career. Building machines, building identity. As Diesel Creek grew, so did the scale of the projects. Matt became known for taking on machines that most people considered beyond repair. These weren't simple mechanical fixes. They were full-scale restorations of heavy, aging equipment that had been abandoned, rusted, or forgotten. Each project carried its own challenges, often requiring creative solutions rather than standard procedures. This is where his identity as a builder became clear. He wasn't just restoring machines to working condition. He was rebuilding systems, rethinking designs, and solving problems that didn't have manuals anymore. Every machine became a puzzle, and every successful repair reinforced the idea that nothing was truly beyond saving if enough time and understanding were applied. His approach resonated with viewers because it felt real. There was no exaggerated drama, only steady progress through trial, error, and persistence. Over time, Diesel Creek evolved into more than a channel. It became a record of mechanical resurrection. Machines weren't just fixed, they were given a second life, and that philosophy became the core of everything he produced. The philosophy behind restoration. What separates Diesel Creek from simple mechanical content is the philosophy behind it. Matt doesn't treat machines as disposable objects. Instead, he approaches them as systems with history, purpose, and value beyond their current condition. Even the most deteriorated equipment is viewed as something worth understanding before it is judged. This mindset changes how restoration is done. Instead of rushing to replace parts or modernize systems, he often takes time to understand how and why something failed in the first place. That process creates a deeper connection between operator and machine. It's not just repair work, it's interpretation. Viewers are drawn to this approach because it reframes failure as information rather than waste. A broken machine is not an ending, it is a story paused mid-process. Through careful work, those stories are resumed. This philosophy also explains why his content feels more like documentation than entertainment. It is slow, methodical, and grounded in respect for mechanical history. The role of risk and the reality of heavy equipment. Working with heavy machinery is never without risk, and Diesel Creek does not avoid that reality. Large industrial equipment carries inherent danger due to size, weight, and mechanical force. Every project involves systems that can fail unpredictably if not handled correctly. Even experienced operators understand that caution is not optional, it is essential. Matt's work often involves machines that have been idle for years, which introduces additional uncertainty. Seized components, weakened structures, and degraded systems all create unpredictable challenges. Each restoration requires not only mechanical knowledge but also judgment about safety and sequencing. One wrong assumption can escalate quickly in large-scale equipment environments. Despite this, the work continues because risk is part of the process. The goal is not to eliminate danger entirely, but to manage it responsibly while completing the task. This balance between progress and caution is a constant theme in Diesel Creek, even when it is not explicitly discussed. It is present in every decision, every repair step, and every machine brought back to life. The community that grew around the channel. As Diesel Creek expanded, it developed a dedicated audience that goes beyond casual viewers. Many followers are mechanics, engineers, operators, or individuals with an interest in heavy equipment. What connects them is not just entertainment, but shared appreciation for mechanical problem solving. This community engages deeply with the content, often discussing techniques, suggesting improvements, or analyzing decisions made during restoration projects. Over time, this interaction has helped shape the channel indirectly. While the core philosophy remains unchanged, audience feedback has influenced pacing, explanations, and the level of detail included in videos. The result is a two-way relationship between creator and viewers. Matt provides access to complex restoration work, while the audience provides validation, curiosity, and engagement that sustains the channel. This dynamic has allowed Diesel Creek to grow organically, without relying on exaggerated storytelling or artificial drama. Challenges behind the camera. While Diesel Creek appears focused on machines, the reality behind the scenes involves significant logistical and financial challenges. Acquiring old equipment, transporting it, and restoring it requires resources, planning, and ongoing investment. Many of the machines featured are not located conveniently. They are often purchased from auctions, remote sites, or abandoned properties. Each project begins long before the camera starts rolling. Transportation alone can involve permits, heavy hauling coordination, and equipment staging. Once on site, restoration work can take days, weeks, or even months depending on complexity. The editing process adds another layer of effort, transforming raw footage into structured narratives that maintain viewer engagement. This unseen workload is a major part of what makes the channel sustainable. What viewers experience as a seamless restoration is actually the result of extensive preparation, troubleshooting, and post-production effort. The final video represents only a fraction of the total work involved in each project. The pressure behind viral machinery restorations. As the audience for Matt's channel continues to grow, the expectations placed on every new project grow even faster. What once began as simple documentation of mechanical work has now turned into a form of serialized entertainment, where viewers expect drama, progress, setbacks, and a satisfying resolution in every upload. That shift creates an invisible pressure that follows every decision he makes on a job site. A machine is no longer just a machine. It becomes the centerpiece of a narrative that thousands or even millions of people are waiting to see unfold. This changes how each restoration is approached, because every bolt removed or engine turned carries the weight of audience anticipation. The work itself remains physical and gritty, but the context around it becomes psychological. Even small delays or unexpected mechanical failures are no longer just technical issues. They become story moments that shape viewer engagement. This expectation can quietly influence pacing, editing choices, and even which projects are worth pursuing in the first place. Some machines are simply too straightforward, too clean, or too predictable to hold attention in a crowded digital space. So the challenge becomes finding the balance between authentic repair work and compelling storytelling. The more the channel grows, the more it sits at the intersection of real industrial labor and modern digital entertainment, where every project is both a job and a performance. When success changes everything. Success in the online world rarely stays simple, and Matt's journey is no exception. As his platform expanded, the shift from hobbyist to full-time creator altered not just his workload, but his entire relationship with the work itself. In the early days, the focus was purely on learning, fixing, and experimenting without much external expectation. But success introduces structure, deadlines, and financial responsibility tied directly to audience engagement. Equipment purchases, restoration costs, and project logistics are no longer personal decisions alone. They are part of a larger business ecosystem supported by views, sponsorships, and long-term sustainability. This means each new video carries financial stakes as well as creative ones. At the same time, success brings opportunity, access to larger machines, better tools, and more ambitious projects that would have once been impossible. Yet that expansion also creates a constant need to scale up. A small repair that once felt satisfying may now feel too modest compared to what the audience expects next. This tension between growth and authenticity becomes a defining challenge. The work is still rooted in passion, but it is now intertwined with responsibility to a global audience that expects consistency, excitement, and technical expertise in every release. Balancing real life and online fame. Behind the camera, life does not move at the same pace as edited videos suggest. The reality is that managing a growing online presence, while maintaining hands-on mechanical work, requires constant balancing between two very different worlds. On one side is the physical labor, dirty, unpredictable, and often exhausting. On the other is the digital world, structured, analytical, and dependent on timing, trends, and engagement metrics. This dual existence means that even downtime is rarely fully restful, because planning, filming, or editing is always in motion. Family life and personal time must compete with the demands of content creation, especially when large projects stretch over weeks or months. The presence of a camera also changes how work is experienced in real time. Moments that would normally be private problem-solving sessions become recorded events, meant to be understandable and engaging for viewers who are not physically present. Over time, this creates a subtle separation between living an experience and documenting it. The challenge is maintaining genuine passion for the work, while also meeting the expectations of an audience that only sees the polished final version. It requires discipline not just in mechanics, but in time management, communication, and emotional balance. The economics of heavy equipment restoration. Restoring large machinery is not only a technical challenge but also a significant financial undertaking. Every project involves costs that extend far beyond the purchase price of old equipment. Transporting machines, sourcing rare parts, repairing unexpected failures, and maintaining tools all require substantial investment. Unlike smaller-scale mechanical work, Heavy equipment restoration often involves specialized components that are difficult to find and expensive to replace. This means that each project carries financial risk, especially when dealing with machines that have been abandoned for years or decades. At the same time, the success of the channel creates a feedback loop where completed restorations help fund future projects through audience support and monetization. This transforms the entire operation into a self-sustaining cycle where content production and mechanical work are deeply connected. However, it also means that financial pressure can influence project selection. Machines that promise more engaging content or longer restoration arcs may take priority over simpler but less visually compelling jobs. In this way, economics quietly shape the creative direction of the work, even when passion remains the driving force behind it. The result is a hybrid system where engineering, storytelling, and business strategy all intersect in every decision made on and off camera. Community, fans, and criticism. As the audience has expanded, so too has the diversity of opinions surrounding the content. A large and engaged community naturally brings both support and scrutiny. Many viewers admire the transparency of the work, appreciating the opportunity to see complex machinery brought back to life in real time. They follow not only for entertainment but also for education, learning how engines, hydraulics, and mechanical systems function through practical demonstration. However, with popularity also comes criticism. Some viewers question production choices, pacing, or the authenticity of certain moments, analyzing videos frame by frame in search of inconsistencies. Others debate safety practices or speculate about behind-the-scenes planning. This mixture of admiration and skepticism is common in high-visibility digital platforms, where audiences feel closely connected to creators they have followed for years. The comment sections often become spaces of both encouragement and debate, reflecting the wide range of interpretations people bring to the content. Despite this, the channel continues to thrive on its ability to engage viewers deeply, whether through fascination, curiosity, or discussion. The community itself becomes part of the ecosystem, shaping how content is received and interpreted long after each video is published. What the future holds for Matt and his machines looking ahead, the path forward is shaped by both opportunity and uncertainty. The world of heavy equipment restoration continues to evolve, and with it, so does the platform built around it. New technologies, changing audience habits, and the increasing scale of projects all suggest that future work will likely become even more ambitious. Larger machines, more complex restorations, and longer-form storytelling may define the next phase of the journey. At the same time, sustainability, both financial and personal, will remain an important consideration. The physical demands of working with massive machinery do not become easier over time, and balancing that with the expectations of a global audience requires careful pacing. There is also the question of legacy, whether the channel will remain a personal passion project, evolve into a larger production operation, or inspire others to pursue similar paths in mechanical restoration. What remains constant is the foundation built on curiosity and hands-on problem-solving. Regardless of scale, the essence of the work is unlikely to change, taking forgotten, broken machines and giving them new life. In that sense, the future is less about reinvention and more about continuation, where each project builds on everything that came before it, one machine at a time. Conclusion: a life rebuilt through machines. Matt Stetar's journey with Diesel Creek is ultimately a story about alignment, finding a life that matches internal instincts rather than external expectations. What began as a stable, predictable path shifted into something unpredictable, mechanical, and deeply hands-on. The transition wasn't immediate or planned. It unfolded through years of exploration, setbacks, and gradual realization. At its core, Diesel Creek is not just about restoring machines. It is about restoring purpose to forgotten systems. And in doing so, building a life around that same principle. Every machine pulled from rust is a reflection of that idea. That value doesn't disappear when something breaks. It simply becomes hidden. Matt's success came not from avoiding setbacks, but from stepping directly into them. The instability that once seemed like a disadvantage became the foundation of everything he built. And in that transformation, Diesel Creek became more than a channel. It became a record of how broken things, whether machines or careers, can still be rebuilt with patience, skill, and persistence.